What was the best comeback you told your horrible mother-in-law? My husband Neil and I met in college when we were both 20. I was working 2 jobs while going to school full-time. Neil was on a partial scholarship and came from a family that had money. Not rich, but comfortable. His mom, Connie, made sure everyone knew it. The first time I met her, she looked me up and down and asked Neil where he found me. Not who I was, where he found me. Like I was something he picked up at a yard sale. Neil told her my name was Josie and that I was studying to be a teacher. She said, "Oh," and then changed the subject to Neil's ex-girlfriend, who was apparently in medical school. That set the tone for the next 12 years. Every holiday, every birthday, every family dinner, Connie found a way to remind me that I wasn't enough. When Neil and I got engaged, she told him privately that he was making a mistake and that he could do better. Neil told me about it because he doesn't keep things from me. I asked him what he said back, and he told me he said, "Mom, I'm marrying her." After the wedding, it got worse. She'd come over to our apartment and rearrange my kitchen. Not ask, just open the cabinets and start moving things. She told me I stored my pans wrong. She told me my spice rack was disorganized. She told me I was buying the wrong brand of butter. I'm a grown woman being told I buy the wrong butter. When I got pregnant with our first daughter, Olive, Connie told Neil she hoped the baby would look like him and not me. She said it while I was sitting right there. When Olive was born, Connie held her in the hospital and said, "Oh, thank God. She looks just like a Dempsey." Dempsey is their last name. She said it like my genes were a threat the baby had narrowly avoided. When our second daughter was born, Hazel, Connie didn't even come to the hospital for 2 days. She said she was busy. Then when she finally showed up, she held Hazel for about 30 seconds and said, "This one looks like your side." She handed Hazel back to me and spent the rest of the visit playing with Olive. From that point on, Connie treated our 2 daughters completely differently. Olive got gifts every visit. Dolls, dresses, books, toys. Hazel got nothing. Or she'd get whatever Olive didn't want anymore. Olive would get a brand new outfit and Hazel would get a coloring book from the dollar store. I told Neil it was becoming a problem. He talked to Connie. She said she didn't know what I was talking about and that I was being sensitive. Every Christmas it was the same. Olive would have a pile of presents from Connie. Hazel would have 1 or 2 small things wrapped in tissue paper. Hazel noticed by the time she was 4. She asked me once why Grandma Connie liked Olive more. I told her that wasn't true even though we both knew it was. I told Neil that if his mother couldn't treat both girls the same, she couldn't give gifts to either of them. Neil agreed. He told Connie. Connie called me controlling. She called me jealous. She told Neil I was trying to cut her out of her grandchildren's lives. She called Neil's aunt, his cousin, and 2 of her neighbors and told all of them that I was keeping her from her grandchildren. 3 of them actually called me to say I should be ashamed. I didn't defend myself to any of them because I was tired. Then came Olive's 7th birthday party. We had it at our house. 15 kids. I spent 2 days getting everything ready. Cake, decorations, food, games. Connie showed up an hour early without asking and immediately started rearranging the table setup. She moved my centerpiece to the side and put her own gift display in the middle, a giant tower of wrapped boxes for Olive. I let it go. During the party, Hazel was playing with some of the other kids in the backyard. She tripped and scraped her knee pretty badly. She came inside crying and I picked her up and started cleaning the cut. Connie was standing right there. She looked at Hazel, then looked at me and said, "She's fine. Don't baby her." Then she turned around and went back to Olive's present table. I walked into the dining room where Connie was adjusting the wrapping on one of her gifts. She was lining them up so people could see how many she brought. She saw me and without looking up said, "Josie, can you get me a glass of water?" Not a question, a command. In my own house, at my daughter's party.